I am ready.
1, 2, 3.
All right, folks. Another range report. We're pretty much done. My brother is here playing cameraman. If he feels like he can get in front of the camera, but you know how skittish everybody in my family is. Camera shy practically. I pulled out my shot timer and played a little bit. The big experiment today was to see if there's any perceptible speed difference between the Vortex Razor Gen 3 1 to 10 that I have and the prototype March 1 to 10 that I've been playing with. Both have day bright dots, they have different reticle arrangements, and we have a helicopter. So there are different reticle arrangements in these, and what they are though, both are true one power. The Razor does have wider field of view, both are easy to get behind, both get pretty good exit pupils on one power. And in terms of my split times and the first shot on target, all I was doing today was shooting from low ready. I am shooting about the same with these two, and that's sort of a big deal. If you asked me to figure out which one is faster, I'd probably struggle. Maybe a very slight edge to Razor Gen 3, owing to a wider field of view. But March field of view is a little bit narrower, but the way the reticle works, it's not just a bright dot, it is also nicely visible, basically number 4 like reticle in the second focal plane that you see with or without illumination. That really helps. I ran some splits with and without illumination. With illumination it's close, maybe Razor marginally faster. Without illumination I'm definitely faster with the March. The reticle just jumps out at you a little bit better. And while I was at it, I looked at a couple of different auxiliary iron sights. I've got these aperture sights I called Zero Bravo, I believe. Zero Bravo sights, aperture here, aperture here. I've got these on the Razor, shooting in basically as 45-degree offset sights. And on another gun I have here, I have the XS sights, XTI offset sights that I like a lot. I have a couple of sets of these, and I was playing with them, and I wanted to see what works better for me, these or the Zero Bravo sights. And at close range, I think these are slightly faster, very, very slightly. But kind of liking both. I'm going to experiment more with them and see how it goes. As far as how the backup sights compare to shooting with a scope on one power, the way I shoot and the way my aging eyes work, first shot for me is clearly faster with an optic than it is with the backup iron sights. There's no question. But the split times are about the same. So it seems like the initial presentation for me is different. It doesn't seem to be the business with offset sights. I train like that a fair bit. But just because of the way my eyes work, not getting any younger, the first shot for me is faster with an optic. All right. Moving right along, one of the things you saw I didn't mention, I am wrapping up bit by bit with my review of the US Optics TS12 3-12 by 44 tiny little rifle scope that overall I like. There'll be a separate video on this. For shits and giggles, I shot with it a little bit on 3 power just to see how quick I am. Not terribly quick. The reticle gets thin, there is no illumination. It's doable in a pinch. At closer distances, whatever is in the center of the field of view is toast. But yeah, that's not ideal. That's why you need some sort of a backup sighting system if you choose to use a scope like this. But at distance it is quite nice, and well, we'll talk more about that at a future point. Okay. What else is here? So KelTec CP33, supposed to be open. I'll edit this out. So what else? What else is here? KelTec CP33, giving me a lot of malfunctions. Very accurate when it shoots. But basically, I think I'm gonna reach out to KelTec and see what they have to say. I tried with a bunch of different ammo. There are failures to feed in a lot of them. There are failures to feed, and a lot of them you'll see momentarily what it looks like. When it shoots, it is accurate. It has surprisingly nice trigger. I like the gun. The magazines are giving me trouble. So there are two preloaded mags. Is it seeing the mag? Right. Notice that I carefully loaded them so there is no rim lock. Okay, because that is something I imagine there could be an issue. But there appears to be a difference in terms of how the top round is positioned, whether it can feed or not. So I'm going to do a little bit of shooting momentarily with one of them kind of centered. I just pull it out like this, and another one recessed to the side, the way it naturally falls. And we'll see if the initial round sent to the chamber is actually going to end up in a chamber. I have failed at that so far, so I'm experimenting with the top round position. That way, when I talk to KelTec, I have more to say. Okay. All right. Thank you for watching. One more range report out of the way. I'm here once or twice a week, having all sorts of fun. Don't tell anybody at my day job.